Hello, I'm Kevin Eccles, Mayor of the Municipality of West Grey, and welcome to Showcase West Grey. Today, I have a gentleman with me that likes walking, Ken Toldness. Thank you for coming in today, Ken.
Thank you for having me, Kevin.
The weather is becoming really a lot better right now, and I thought that today would be a great time to have Ken come in and tell us about some of his walking sticks and whatnot. Ken's walking sticks, very unique. They're one of a kind. I believe you sell them from Vancouver to Halifax and
Yes, I
every
do.
place in between.
Yes.
And I will attest that I have seen them in Vancouver. Took me by surprise when I was there a few years ago, and I walk into a store and you see something from Priceville, Ontario. You go, my gosh, this is international. But Ken, thank you for coming in this morning, as I said, and I would like for you just to tell us a little bit about your business and how you got started into it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess back in 1988, I moved to West Grey with my wife and two boys.
Yes.
And we built our home there in West Grey. And I was working out at that time because I was originally trained as a library technician. But my dad was a carpenter and a contractor. Mm-hmm. And so I always had a love of wood. So the forest and so on was intriguing in terms of what it could provide in terms of a wood resource and so on. So we've been living there now 20 years, and it'll take a stick of dynamite to get us out of there now.
Well, we're certainly glad to hear that you've enjoyed it in that part of West Grey in Gonaug Township. So your business, you started the business. Did it start with one walking stick and just go from there, or how did we get going?
It was a long story in a way. When I moved up there, I wanted to live there and work there, and it took me a long time. I did a lot of contract work. In fact, the last thing I was doing was working with the Ontario Provincial Police in their photo radar division. And when that met its demise, I was unemployed, and I did a market research course. And my son had been doing walking sticks at the Durham Wood Show.
Oh,
and
yes.
so when I came home, I thought, well, I'll do market research on the walking sticks. I've always walked and hiked since I was a young boy. And so I never looked back from there, because once I'd done the market research, I got introduced to the wholesale market, and I got to go and do a wholesale show, and we wrote orders for the product. And in fact, some of our breadboards that we have here on the table in the salad service, we weren't even making those. We were just making the walking sticks. But now we make hundreds of different items that we sell wholesale.
Fantastic. Who knew? So the typical workday, what is it? We go out into the bush and we break a stick off and we come back with it?
Oh man, the typical workday is pretty awesome some days, because you know, I always kid people saying I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing every moment from the time I wake up till I go to sleep, because we make so much variety of product. We're making, we have to make it all because we can never keep it in stock. So we're always sanding, cutting, and then of course you've got to go and harvest the product, the walking sticks and the wood that the breadboards are made out of. It has to be air dried. So we're harvesting product a year or 2 years ahead of time. So it's always a busy day.
I can just about imagine that every day, well, and obviously by the uniqueness of these, of your breadboards here, every day is a different day, the same as the products you're making. Now, you said that you did a lot of market research. Is there any competition out there?
Oh,
or are
yes.
you looking for competition?
Oh, yes. Well, it'd be nice if there's more, and then I wouldn't be so busy. But
looking for it.
There's always people that make walking sticks and so on. We've been fortunate that there aren't a lot in the marketplaces that we've chosen at the wholesale level.
Right.
Some others have come and gone. And even at the retail level, when we go to Toronto and do the One of a Kind show, there's not a lot of people carrying our particular product. So we've been very lucky that way. But there's room for competition.
There still is. Well, and certainly, you know, in West Grey, we have what some people would say is a mature residential base. But walking, you go on any of the roads in Glenelg or Bentig or into the rural areas, you see people walking all the time, and it's an activity that is, well, and I'll say from my younger days when maybe I could run down the road, walking down the road's about the only option left.
Well, it is like it's become a demographic thing in a way too, because people that are aging are wanting to keep fit and walk.
Yes.
And walking is probably the one thing that they're really pushing these days. It's so easy, it's inexpensive, and of course we're all getting older, so that the walking sticks have become a 40-year present, a 50-year present, a 60, 70-year.
Each, so...
And the other thing is that we're all getting new hips and knee replacements, and everybody needs a cane or a walking stick to help support themselves.
Just go along on it. So it is something that it's just not one of a lifetime thing. You can give it every 5 or 10 years. You can give another one to mom or dad.
Yes, exactly.
Or wife or whoever thinks that they need it.
Exactly.
You've developed, you started on the walking sticks. Now you're into other products. Tell us a little bit about, as we see, we have the salad servers and everything else.
Well, I can probably tell you a really interesting story on this one here, which was the shape of a maple leaf.
Yes.
We actually took that to the wholesale market the first time. I had made it about half an hour before we left for Toronto, and we started getting a few orders for it, like a dozen sets of them and so on. And at that time we were represented out of the Edmonton gift show, and I just told our rep about it out there, and she phoned up and she was sending faxes for 144 sets, 200 sets. And when we were in Newfoundland on a vacation, we had to come home because there were orders for about 300 sets sitting at home there. So it's one of those things that we were lucky. We were in a niche market in a way, and people like wood.
Well, and it's something that, you know, as we're getting into that society of certainly plastic and environmentally consciousness, that this is something that's renewable. It's probably more environmentally, and it gives that feeling, of course, with the little maple leaf on there, that it is Canada, and it is truly a Canadian product.
Yes.
You do, as I said, you do countrywide. I don't imagine that you do every little gift shop and stop in and hand them their sticks. Who does that marketing for you? Or?
We basically have gone to the wholesale market once or twice a year, and that has provided us enough orders to keep us busy. And then in the fall, we have done a couple of larger retail shows in Toronto closer to Christmas.
Right.
But the last year we decided that we would concentrate solely on the wholesale market. It's kind of nice because you can stay at home in lovely West Grey.
Well, that is...
I can sit on my deck and drink coffee.
Behind those trees, I know where you live. If it's just coffee you're drinking, that's fine too, or whatever else the day would have. That wraps it up for today. I thank you very much for coming in tonight, Ken. Appreciate that, giving us an insight into this very unique market that you've developed. And congratulations and best wishes
Thank you
going
very
forward,
much.
and happy walking.
Appreciate it being here.
Good. Thank you, Ken. And that's a wrap up for today for Showcase West Grey. Thank you very much for watching.